Hi everyone, it's Pebbles. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be about Morphe. I know everybody has been talking about Morphe all over the YouTube world. It's just gone on fire about the 350 Zero, the 35O palette, and the Jaclyn Hill palette, and all the brushes. And I thought, okay, you know what? I need to find out for myself if one, these brushes are all the hype that everybody's saying and if they're worth it, and two, this 35O palette. Hello, is it worth it? Do I want it? Well, if you're interested in hearing my thoughts and review on the Morphe brushes and the 35O palette, please stay tuned. All right, so I was in California not too long ago, and I decided I was going to actually go to the Morphe store. They have a Morphe store in Burbank, California, and I thought, okay, I'm here. I've got time. Let me go by and check it out. So when I did, I picked up the 35O palette. They also have the Jaclyn Hill palette there, and a lot of the brushes that they're sold out online, they have everything in store. It's a small store. It's a busy store. Let me tell you, it's a busy store. But the service, the customer service is really nice. They're really nice people there to help you out. They've got some new shadows that just got launched. I don't have any of those, but I did pick up the 35O palette, and I also picked up the 35T palette. Now the 35T palette is a gift, and I also purchased a gift brush set as well, but I'm not going to review those because those are gifts and I'm not opening them up because they're going to other people. So anyways, when you get the palette, it comes in a nice bubble wrap packaging. I have used this. I've got it on my eyes today. I'm wearing the palette today. One thing I'm going to say about these shadows, they are very creamy like everyone says. They're not going to be like your typical high-end palettes. However, this is a really excellent palette. I do recommend when using these shadows that you prime your eyes with an eyeshadow base such as like the MAC Painterly Pot or a Maybelline Tattoo, like one of the neutral colors, because it will make your eyeshadow last longer. I feel that these don't have the longevity for eyeshadow to last you all day long. However, the colors are beautiful for the amount of colors you get in here. And the variety, they're definitely worth purchasing because it's literally $22 US. So it does have a plastic cover, and these are all of the colors. As you have all seen these shadows in other videos, I'm not showing you anything that you haven't seen already, but my view on this is that it's definitely worth it. So if it when it does come back online, I definitely suggest picking this up. This is great if you like warm neutral colors. Right now on my eyes, I have this color here. Was it this color? No. This color here, this one here, as my first color that I put in my crease, followed by, I think I used this color next, that color there, and then I used these two colors, this in my inner and outer crease, this on my inner lid, like my middle of my lid, and then I also used these two colors to darken my outer corners and also to underneath my eyes, kind of like eyeshadow or liner. So literally these are amazing. They are creamy, they are pigmented, they are buttery. Like, look at that. I mean, I'm just like literally gently pressing on these. I'm not going, like, I'm not pressing hard on them at all. Like, look at that. I'm going to just show you, like, you girls, you've seen the swatches. A lot of other YouTubers have done the swatches. These are the 4 that I just swatched right there. Honestly, so beautiful. Like, this is like a metallic, oh my God, it's just absolutely beautiful. Now, I do suggest when you do get these, like I said, definitely use a primer with the shadows so that they last longer on your eyes. But you have such a variety of different colors. Now, I did pick up the taupe as a gift. They have, I can't remember, they have so many, and the Jaclyn Hill palette was there. I didn't pick it up because, you know what, after seeing all the colors in the 35O, I didn't feel like I needed the Jaclyn Hill palette because she's got some brighter colors in her palette that I know I wouldn't use. And I would use every single shadow in this palette. So do I think that the 35O is worth the hype? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. These gurus on the YouTube are not lying. It is a beautiful pigmented palette. It does, it's worth the money for $22, guys. Like, I mean, you buy the Wet n Wild palettes, and I think these are way better than the Wet n Wild. So there you go. That's my little review on the 35O. Now, I also went a little crazy on their brushes, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie here. I ordered their brushes online. I had 2 orders that got shipped to my house. Then I went to the store, and when I went to the store, I bought even more because I love their brush. This one here, the Morphe E4 that everybody and their mother is talking about, that Jaclyn Hill ranted and raved about. This one here you use for blush. You can use this as contour too, as well, for like, what do you call it? Like your contour. I bought 2 of these. Definitely worth it. These are beautiful. They apply your blush beautifully. They're soft. They wash up nicely. I've washed these brushes already, and literally they do wash up nicely. I didn't get any shedding from these brushes, so really love the Elite line. Again, this is the E4. Another brush I really like is the E12, and I bought another one because I like it so much. I use this to take care of my concealer under my eye and around my nose, and I like that it has the pointed tip. This has, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I just noticed that one of the hairs came out. Like, I don't know if you could see it, but very minimal. Like, I mean, that's the first time. And I've washed this, and very well made. And the prices are crazy cheap. I picked up the E48, and this one here I use for highlighting my cheeks, and this is the E48. All these brushes will be below. I picked up this brush here, the E44. This one here I use to stipple my foundation and then buff it out. This is beautiful. I picked up a whole shitload of foundation brushes. So I got this one, the E44. I got the M439 because she said that this one here doesn't get enough attention and it works really well. And this is the one I've been using, as you can tell. And this really buffs out your foundation nicely. And that's the M439. This one here is not an Elite, where anything with an E in front of it is an Elite. So I got that one. I also picked up the, oh, see, I got 2 E44s because I like them so much. So I got 2 of those. I picked up this real big one, the E1. And this one here is a little, it's not as dense. And I thought this would also be nice for foundation, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm not 100% sure of how this is going to work, but this is like so friggin' soft. I picked up this one here, the E56. And this one is another one that's good for stippling and doing your foundation. I just picked up a lot of these ones that you could use for foundation because I'm always looking for that perfect foundation brush. I picked up the E8. Love this brush. This one's another one that I used for my highlighter. I've got 2 of these E8s. And again, you can see they're dirty because I use them. But I use them to highlight the upper parts of my cheeks. And also, this is really good for contouring. I know some of the girls here on YouTube use the E8 for contouring. Love that brush. Now, just to give you an idea, this is a Sephora brush. And this is the Morphe brush. So these are almost identical. This one's obviously bigger. But literally, they pretty much look very similar. And the Sephora brushes, I love. But if you're, you know what? These work just as well, if not better, on some things. Okay, let's see what else we got here. There's more, girls. There's more. I purchased this one, which is amazing for blush. And this is the Morphe E59. It's a domed. This one packs on the blush a little bit more because of the way it's shaped. If you see the difference between this blush brush and this one isn't as dense, so it kind of sweeps the blush onto your cheeks in a softer manner, where this one's more dense, so you're going to get more pigmentation on your cheeks. But I love this because depending on the product, I feel like I reach for this one more so than this. And then I got to back up because a girl can never get enough brushes. My husband thinks I'm nuts, but it's true. So that is the E59. Haven't finished yet, guys. It's gonna be long. I got the E5. Now, I got this fan brush. This one's very dense, but I think that this is really nice for highlighting the upper cheeks as well. You're gonna get a lot of product applied when you use this brush. I did also pick up the smaller fan brush because the girl said, well, for highlighting, you might want to pick up the smaller brush because it's not going to be as dense. So this one's from the Gunmetal line, and it's the G23. And this one here, she recommended that I get for the highlighter because it's not going to be as pigmented. Like you're not going to deposit as much product with this as you would with this. So you can see the difference, right? So this one would probably be good for like Becca highlighters because that's so shimmery that you don't want to be applying like disco ball. So, you know, depends on how you feel that day. So this is the G23, and then this is the E5. So you can see that they're totally different. One has more bristles than the other. Then I also picked up the E57, which is a flat foundation brush, which is great. I use this also for underneath my eyes to put on my concealer, especially the more thicker concealers, the ones that are not as liquidy, like my Becca that's creamy. I also have my Olay concealer that's a little bit more thick and creamy. I use that to apply it, and then I buff it out with the E12. So I use these two together. All right, let me just see. Oh, and I got this one too. This one's the Morphe E54. So again, another foundation brush. However, it's a flat kabuki brush. So as you can see, it's totally different than the E1. So the E1 has more bristles and it's more dense than this one. I feel, well, this one's pretty dense too, but it's just a different type of application. So as I was saying, I've been going nuts trying to find like great foundation brushes. So I picked up this one as well, and that's the E54. And I also picked up, this is going to be long, guys. This one here is the E51. So this is another blush brush that you can use. As you can tell, this is totally different. It's got more bristles and it's thicker than the E4, okay? So I was just playing around to see how the different products, so as you can see, this covers more of your cheek than this. So it just depends on the day and how you're feeling and what kind of products you're using. But this is also angled as well as this one, but it's totally bigger. Okay, now you can use these brushes however you want. I personally use these probably not the way they're supposed to be used, but I don't really care because I'm going to use them the way I like them. Okay, so now I also picked up some for like my eyes. Everybody knows the MAC 219, okay? That's the MAC 219. Morphe has their version, and it's the M431. I have two of these because I don't always like to wash my brushes every 2 minutes. So here you go. This one here is the MAC, and this is the Morphe. So you can see the tips are pretty much the same. They do the same thing, that they smudge out your lower lash line. And this is the M431. The price point is totally different. I think this one here is like $20-something, and this one here is like $5 or $6. Hello. And the bristles are basically the same density, and they literally do the same thing. These almost are identical. So highly recommend that. I also picked up these little tiny ones, which I love. This one is the M515. Look how small that is for detailing. Love it. And these two are these ones are my favorite. E36. The E36 still does the same as the 17, like the MAC 9. This one here, the M431, is just a little bit smaller. And I really like this because it really gets underneath your eye, like underneath your eye to blend it out. So that's the E36. Love it. Absolutely love it. Again, everything will be listed below that I mentioned in this video, so don't get too crazy on me. It'll all be down there for you. Then for the eyebrows, I wanted a new eyebrow brush, and this is the E11. And this is slanted, and it's great for like your Anastasia dip brow or any kind of brow product that you need to apply with a brush. Love that. So that's that one there. Okay, now the blending brushes. I picked up a whole shitload of blending brushes, guys. I have another video about blending brushes that I picked up on eBay that are amazing. Really like them. And honestly, the quality is pretty much similar to these Morphe ones and MAC. So this is a dupe that I picked up on eBay for like 99 cents. And these ones here are Morphe 441, 433, and the M513. So they're pretty much very similar. It's just that their shapes are a little different. Maybe some are a little longer. This one here is a little thinner. But basically they do the same. And then this is the cheapy one that I bought for 99 cents on eBay. And then the MAC. Let's see if I can find MAC. I have my MAC one somewhere here. Oh, Lord. Here's my MAC. My MAC 217. Okay, so this is the 217. As you can see, I think the total dupe for the 217 is the M433. They're identical, these two. This is MAC. This is the Morphe. This is like $5 or $6. This one's like friggin', I don't know, 20 something. And then these are a little longer. You can see that the bristles are a little longer. And then this is my cheapy one, which is 99 cents, which is very like, I'm sorry. Hello. Like these are all three dupes right there. This one's a little bit more fluffier. It's got a little bit more bristles. But these will all be listed below, guys. I will link my video on my eBay dupe video for MAC brushes because honestly, I love these brushes and they're 99 cents. Can't go wrong. So these are the Morphe ones. If you're looking for an exact dupe to the 217, it's going to be the M433, which is this one here, guys. All right. Picked up those. Then the fluffy brush, like, you know, to fluff out your crease line. I picked up a whole shitload of those too. Oh my God, it's not even funny how much I picked up. What did I get here? Okay, so these are the E17. These are smaller. They're great for more precise blending in the crease and your outer V. Again, this is the E17. And now when I put down the numbers, I will also put down like what they're for, like, because a lot of the time you see the number, but you're like, okay, well, what do I do with this brush? And then the more fluffier ones, I got the E27. These are a little bit bigger. You can see the difference between the two. And then this one's an E23. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I like the E23 better than these ones. I feel that these ones are a little bit too long, where this one's a really nice shape. So I would recommend the E23, and then for more precise blending, the E17. So those ones right here, these two. These ones here are the E27. And I don't know, I just feel like this one's a little bit different. Like it's a little bit longer. And I think this one's more dense. And I mean, this is good. Like if once you apply all your makeup and you just want to like blend it out, like to blow it out, I guess they call it. That might be good because it's more fluffy. So I got those. 209. This is just a regular shadow brush just to apply your shadow. And this isn't with the Elite line. It's just a regular Morphe. And this is really nice. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I got 2 of these, didn't I? Yeah, I bought 2 of these, 2 or 3 of these because I needed just plain eyeshadow brushes. So that's the M209. And then I also picked up the E13. This one here is a little bit more dense. And honestly, I feel like you don't have to get the Elite line for this kind of brush. This is more thicker, and I feel like it's harder to pack on the shadow than this one. See, you see the difference there? So I would say pick up the M209 to place on your shadow rather than the E13. I did get the E13 because I didn't know, and I just bought them. And then I also picked up that's another E13 and another E13. So I picked up 3 E13s, which I wish I had picked up more of these ones. And then I picked up another gunmetal, the G14, because she told me, like the girl that was working there said this was a really good one to apply like your shadow. So out of all of these to apply just regular straight on eyeshadow, I would say the M209. You don't need all these brushes, but the M209 is the one I would recommend. So that was that. And then I think that is it. Oh, I have one more. It's downstairs. It's the oh, I got to show you that one. This one here I picked up too, and this one here I picked up more for cream shadows. And I picked this one up too. The bristles are extremely stiff. I think they're like synthetic. This one here is the E19, and this one here is the E10. The reason I picked up these ones here, I felt that these would be good to apply like the MAC Painterly pots and glitters, because you know glitters, they fall over all over the place, and you need a stiff synthetic brush. So I got that. And then this one here is more for detailing, so if I want to do glitters underneath, which I never do, but who knows, you never know. So I picked up those too, and those are the synthetic brushes. And I'm gonna go get the one for contouring, because it's amazing, and I used it today to contour my face. Let me go get it. Okay, so the last brush I want to share with you is the Morphe M459, and this one has the flat top, and it's good for contouring around your nose, around the side. Now, this one here, I love the shape of it, and it does work well. The only thing is that this came apart. This part here, the ferrule came detached from the actual handles. You can see when I put it back together, it's not even, right? So I'm not sure if other ones that are not the Elite, I haven't experienced that with any other one of their brushes. Saying is that these are good quality brushes. I feel that the Elite are better than all the other brushes. However, they have a few of their other brushes in the gunmetal line and in the M line that to me are still really good. So what I'm going to do is, I am enjoying every single brush that I purchased from this company. I don't have any complaints right now. Again, I've been using the Morphe brushes for several months now, because I have ordered them and had them delivered to my house. And then that's why I picked up more at the store, and I picked up some new ones at the store that I hadn't had. So overall, I feel that these are really good brushes to purchase. Some of them are very comparable to MAC. Some of them are comparable to the Sephora brand. And some, like I said, like you get what you pay for. Like this one here, I am disappointed that it came apart. However, it's still functional. It seems like it's put together okay now. So I'm okay with that. Overall, I would recommend the Morphe brushes. I'm going to list every single brush below with what I'm going to do like this. I'm going to put down my favorites with all of the names and numbers of the favorite ones that I like and how I use them, and then all the ones I talked about. So I will put little stars beside the ones that I consider my favorite brushes, which pretty much are everything that I purchased. So I don't know if that's going to be very helpful to you or not. So anyways, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's pretty long, I know, but I wanted to get this out to you and let you know that, because there's been a lot of discussion about the Morphe products here on YouTube. And sometimes we invest in things that the bigger YouTubes talk about, and they end up being crappy products. So I just want to let you know that I am not a big YouTuber, and I did go and purchase these things and tried them out myself, and honestly, I think they're great. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it. And thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you all in my next video. Hey, if any of you want to have a makeup tutorial, not that I'm like a fabulous makeup artist or anything, but if you want a tutorial on the Morphe 350, let me know, and I can do a tutorial using the palette with some of these brushes so you guys can actually see how everything works. So let me know. Put your thoughts below. I hope you have a beautiful day, and thanks so much for watching. Ciao for now.